If you are about to drop serious cash on a Traeger grill, put your wallet away until you hear this, because buying the wrong one will absolutely ruin your weekend cookouts. I have spent the last few months cooking on, testing, and frankly, arguing with 6 of the top Traeger grills on the market. I am going to count down from 6 to 1, exposing exactly what you get, what you do not get, and which model actually delivers the holy grail of backyard barbecue. Six, Traeger Ironwood XL. On paper, this thing looks like an absolute beast. I mean, it is massive. You get a ton of cooking space, the fancy touchscreen display, and the promise of that coveted super smoke mode. When I first wheeled this onto the deck, I thought it was going to be the undisputed king of the neighborhood. The build quality feels heavy, and setting up the Wi-Fi app was pretty straightforward, letting me monitor the temperatures right from my phone. The features are definitely aimed at the tech crowd. You can pre-program cook cycles, and the super smoke mode does produce a very decent smoke ring. I tested a 12-pound brisket on this for 14 hours, and the meat came out looking beautiful. The double-wall insulation on the sides of the barrel is designed to keep things consistent, which is great if you are cooking all day. But, well, let me explain where the honeymoon phase abruptly ended for me. During that same brisket cook, I noticed something incredibly frustrating. The heat retention, especially around the front edges of the enormous barrel, just is not what it should be for a grill at this price point. I mean, you're paying top dollar, and yet on a slightly breezy afternoon, the internal temperature was bouncing around way more than I would like. It forced the auger to work overtime, chewing through pellets just to maintain a baseline heat. 5. Traeger Grill's Pro 575 Wood Pellet Grill and Smoker. This is arguably one of their most popular models. It has that classic barrel shape that most people picture when they think of a pellet smoker. I spent a solid 3 weeks running everything from pork butts to whole chickens through this thing. The drivetrain is genuinely quiet, and it gets up to temperature reasonably fast on a warm summer day. I really enjoyed the simplicity of the controller on this one. It is not overly complicated, and the meat probe that comes with it is surprisingly accurate out of the box. I cooked a batch of chicken thighs, and the skin crisped up nicely when I cranked the heat up to 450 degrees at the very end. But there is a glaring omission here that really holds it back. The Pro 575 does not have the super smoke mode. Now, you might think that buying a smoker means it will automatically smoke heavily, but at lower temperatures, the smoke output is frankly a bit weak compared to its siblings. I found my ribs were lacking that deep, punchy, wood-fired flavor that I specifically bought a pellet grill to achieve in the first place. You know, another thing that drove me slightly crazy during testing was the hopper capacity. It holds 18 pounds of pellets. A standard bag of pellets is 20 pounds. I mean, seriously, you are always left with this annoying 2-pound handful of pellets rolling around in the bottom of a bag, taking up space in your garage like a bad roommate. 4. Traeger Ranger. This is their portable tabletop model, and honestly, I was highly skeptical at first. I thought it was just a gimmick for RV owners. But let me tell you, after hauling this thing to a campsite and cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner on it for 3 days straight, I am a complete believer. The Ranger comes with a cast iron griddle insert right out of the box, which is a massive win. I woke up, threw the griddle in, and cooked bacon and eggs with a hint of wood smoke that absolutely blew my mind. Then, for dinner, I swapped the griddle out for the standard grates and smoked a pair of tri-tips. The versatility packed into this small footprint is seriously impressive. Here is what really matters, though. Because the cooking chamber is so incredibly compact, the heat and smoke are intensely concentrated. I found that I was getting a much better bark and smoke penetration on smaller cuts of meat than I did on the massive Ironwood XL. The temperature control is also remarkably stable because there is simply less empty air inside the barrel to heat up. Now, it is heavy. This is not something you are going to carry on a 5-mile hike through the woods. It's portable in the sense that you can safely put it in the bed of your truck or the trunk of your car. But that weight comes from a solid, thick construction. Number 3. Traeger Flatrock. Yes, Traeger makes a flat-top griddle, and I mean, they completely nailed it. I have tested a lot of griddles over the years, and they almost always suffer from the exact same problem of massive hot and cold spots. You put a burger in the corner and it stays raw, while the one in the middle burns to an absolute crisp. Traeger solved this with these U-shaped burners that sit incredibly close to the carbon steel cooking surface. I fired this up and covered the entire surface with smash burgers just to test the heat distribution. Every single patty cooked evenly. The heat isolation is so good that I had the left zone searing fajita veggies on high, while the right zone was gently warming tortillas on low with almost no heat bleed between them. Let me explain the grease management because it is frankly brilliant. Most griddles have an awkward rear drain that misses half the grease and drips down the back of the legs. The Flatrock has a recessed front grease keg. You just scrape everything forward and it disappears into a massive bucket. It made cleanup after a messy hibachi night take about 3 minutes total. The build quality here is exceptional. The folding side shelves are sturdy enough to hold heavy prep trays full of meat, and the lid is fully attached and hinged. That is a lifesaver when you want to melt cheese quickly without searching your kitchen for a separate melting dome. Two, Traeger Grill's Woodridge Pro Electric Wood Pellet Grill and Smoker. This is a model that seems to fly completely under the radar, but it represents the absolute sweet spot of price, features, and rock-solid performance. I spent weeks using this as my daily driver, and it rarely missed a beat. The Woodridge Pro fixes almost all the annoying quirks of the 575. The barrel feels significantly better insulated, and the temperature consistency was incredibly tight during my long pork shoulder cooks. I set it to 225 degrees before going to bed, and when I checked the app at 4 in the morning, it was sitting perfectly at 226. That kind of stability lets you sleep easily. I really loved the shelf space on this model. You know, when you're pulling a heavy, hot rack of ribs off the heat, having a sturdy, built-in place to rest your cutting board right there is a small luxury that makes a huge difference. The grates are heavy-duty, giving excellent grill marks when you crank the heat up for steaks. The smoke profile here is beautifully balanced. It does not overpower the meat and leave it tasting bitter, but it leaves a distinct, clean, blue smoke flavor that tastes incredibly professional. I found the auger system to be incredibly reliable, never jamming once, even when using slightly older pellets I had lying around the garage. The Woodridge Pro is the Goldilocks of the entire lineup. It is not too ridiculously expensive, it is not lacking in power, and it delivers incredibly consistent results. Traeger Grill's TFB30KLF Tailgater. I know exactly what you were thinking. Wait, the smaller, older model is number 1? Yes, absolutely yes. Let me tell you exactly why this grill completely won me over. The Tailgater offers the pure, unadulterated Traeger experience without the inflated price tag of the massive Wi-Fi-enabled behemoths. I tested this by doing a blind taste test with my neighbors, serving pulled pork from the Tailgater and pulled pork from a $2,000 machine. Nobody could tell the difference. The flavor is identical. Here is what makes it completely brilliant: the folding legs. In 2 minutes, I folded the legs flat, put it in the back of my SUV, and drove to a friend's house to cook for a football game. You get 300 square inches of cooking space, which is surprisingly spacious. I easily fit 3 racks of ribs on there with room to spare. It uses the older Pro controller, and you know what? I prefer it. It is dead simple. You turn the dial to the temperature you want, and it goes there. There are no software updates to wait for, no app connectivity issues when your router drops. It just turns on, burns pellets, and cooks amazing food every single time. Plus, because the chamber is smaller, it heats up much faster than the huge barrels, saving you a ton of time and expensive pellets. The Tailgater proves you do not need to spend thousands of dollars or have a massive patio to get world-class BBQ. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.